Hi, I'm Joel. Welcome to day one of this 90 days of becoming a web developer's journey. Today we'll be learning HTML, and if you have not written a single line of code before, this class is absolutely for you. So without wasting time, let's go quickly into what is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's what we use to structure content on the web. Every website you visit uses it, from Google to Facebook to TikTok, Instagram, and so on and so forth. Without wasting time, we'll be creating our first web page. But before then, let's quickly check the overview of what we'll be needing for this class. You can actually use phone to write code, but I don't recommend that because I don't know how far you are going to go with that. So you will need a laptop, and when you have gotten a laptop, you'll install these two things: a code editor and a browser. A code editor could be Visual Studio Code, Sublime Code Editor, Notepad, Notepad++, and so on and so forth. A browser could be Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, UX browser, and all that. So any of the browser you feel you can use, but I recommend you use Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox.
Let me quickly guide you through on how to install VS Code. Go down to your browser and type VS Code /download. Then you'll use the first link. Then you can download that for Windows, for Mac, or anything. Me, I'm using Windows, so I will download for Windows 10 and 11. You can see there. Then when you click that, it will bring you a thanks for downloading VS Code. Yeah, it's already downloading. You can see they're already downloading. Give it some time. Yeah, I think it's downloaded. Then you head on to your download in your system. You can either double click it, or you left click and bring out this, right click and bring out these options for you to open. Then you just remove it, then go and accept it, that I accept the agreement terms. Then you can, if you click that, check that first one, it will be appearing on your desktop, and make sure that you select all this open with. It will help you when you want to create or open a project. You'll understand that when we start doing the project. Then you click on install, give it for some time, and yeah, it has finished installing. Click OK.
Yeah, without wasting time, let's quickly go into creating our first web page. Now head on to your desktop or your document, any place you want to save this particular coding class. But I recommend you go to your desktop and create a new folder on your desktop. Then I'll call it online, or anything you want to call it. I'll call it HTML then underscore class. It's a good practice to use underscore for your naming, underscore class, because when we advance to advanced classes, so that you could not be making the mistake. Then right click on it, then open with code editor. That is the advantage of you selecting that open with when you are doing your installation. Then you click on it and wait for it to open. Yeah, VS Code have opened, and if you are opening it for the first time, it will give you option to select either you should use a dark mode or light or white mode and all that. I recommend you use a dark mode just for your eye, it will help to protect your eye if you use the dark mode. Now over here, you should take note. Over here you see a new file, you see new folder. This second one is a new folder, this first one is a new file, and these are the things you are going to be making use of. And before you install, I'll tell you an app that you install that will be helping you to do some other stuff. But meanwhile, this particular one is for refresh, and this one is to collapse this particular space here, and to open it, to collapse and open this particular space. When you create a folder, it will be enabled. Now let's create our new file. we call it. I will advise when you are creating the new file on HTML, most especially your first file, you call it index.html. You can name it anything you like. You can name it your name, draw.html, index, anything, but I recommend you use index.html. It's a good practice to use index.html. Then you come to your browser and put exclamation mark. Exclamation mark, like that. Then you press on enter. It will auto generate HTML boilerplate for you. That is for VS Code, and that is why I recommend you using VS Code as a beginner. It will generate a boilerplate for you. Then over there it will say, if you look at it very well, let me quickly go to the setting and increase the font for us. When you want to increase the font of this place, maybe it's too small, you go to setting, you go to this downside, you click on that, you go to setting, and when the setting open, wait for it a little. When it open, you can increase the font from here. This edit font size, let me put 16. Let me put 16 and close it. You just put it and close it. You don't have to save anything. It's not that big. It has come up. 16 have come up, but let me just increase it a little bit so that you can see it more clearly. Let me put 18. I think 18 will be more visible. Then I'll close this setting from up here, so now it is more visible. Now you can come here and write from the body. You see, from the boilerplate, you see this is a doc type. You see, the first thing you see is a exclamation mark doc type HTML, because it's a document type. HTML is a document type, and for you, so that you should know, if you open any website, irrespective of any programming language that they use to create that website, it will first of all convert it to HTML. You understand? To convert it to HTML, then you will now use that HTML, is because it's that HTML that the browser understand. For instance, let me go to the website and type something, Lagos State University, Lagos State University. Let me enter their website and let me show you something. This is the website of Lagos State University. Now, for you to see what I'm talking about, when you press shift Ctrl and I to open a side view for you, go to elements. Let me drag this down. For this first page, you see all these are, see head, see on the head, see meta tag, see links, see all these are HTML, see the body, you see, and they use a programming language for this, but it's being converted to what? To HTML. Let's go back to our code editor, just so you should know every website you browse uses HTML, and that is how you can check. Now let's go to our code editor, and after that doc type, you see it, the next thing you see, let me space this place so that you can see the difference. Then the next thing you see is this HTML. You see this HTML have opening and closing tag. You see, when I click on it, it's highlighted down part because there's the closing tag. It have this opening and the closing tag. It have this open bracket, close bracket. This is greater than and less than. That is what you use to open and close it. You open bracket and close bracket, and inside it you have lang, en. You see, it means language, English. Then you come down and you see the closing tag with this slash sign inside it. Then inside the HTML, because every code you are writing in HTML is housed with that HTML tag. They call this tag, this HTML you are seeing, they call it tag. And this head, all these things you are seeing, they call it tag encoding. The head starts from here to here, and inside the head we have the meta and the title. These are where the metas and the title are, and as we progress, I'll show you how to add link. The links, this is where they also stay. Then after the head, you space down and you see the body. The body is where this is the body. This particular place is the body. This one is the body. This particular thing that I highlighted is the body, and this ones that I highlighted is the head to it. So now let me change the title of this particular place. So I'll change it to first HTML class. I'll call it like that. Then I'll save it. Then you see what you see is that it formatted. You understand? It arranged the code. All these spaces I put before, it's arranged them back because I'm using an extension. They call it Prettier. So it's helping me to arrange my code in a more organized manner. Now, any code you write in the body here will be displayed on the browser, like this blogger. All these things you see are what you see are what is in the body of the code, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the tags that you need to know before you write code in HTML. And some of these tags are H1, H2, H3. They start for heading. When you use H1 is a very big heading, H2 followed by H3, and this like that. So H6 is smaller heading, and this is the way you write it: open tag, closing tag, then the middle you put the content of what you want to write. Either you write the title or the topic of what you want to do. The P tag starts for paragraph, and this is where you write the paragraph content. And this div, yeah, the div here, it starts for division, but it's a fragment. Like it's over here is where you can pull the content of what you want to do. As we begin to write the code, you see how it's being used. Yeah, image, this if you want to write an image, you want to bring in an image, this is the tag that you use. The header and the footer. Now let's go into our VS Code and continue with our code. Yeah, so the over here, so this particular thing you are seeing here is called the skeletal structure of HTML. It's called the skeletal structure of HTML, and this is ordinarily how the skeleton of HTML looks like. When you use the exclamation mark with VS Code and you press enter, it should auto generate it for you. You don't have to cram this particular one. Now let's start it by writing our H1, which is heading 1, and write enter and put heading 1. And then yeah, when you press shift alt and you press down like this, it will generate. You hold your shift, you hold your alt, and you press the down arrow key and begin to press down. It will generate, it will duplicate what you have up there. So I'll put here, when you put down, hold alt and you click each place you click, your mouse will your cursor will remain there. Then you put, I'll put heading 2. Press Ctrl S. Now click on this particular one and you click on reveal in file explorer. When you click on it that way, it will lead you to where you save this particular application, which is the desktop. If you see up here, you see desktop and you see the name of your file, html_class. When you double click on it, you see the icon is showing the icon of the Firefox. When you let me increase the view so that you can see it clearly. You see it's showing the icon of this Firefox index_html. When you double click on it, it will open in the browser for you. You see this is what we have written: heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. Now let's go back to our code again and write P, paragraph P, and press enter. You see, when you press all these things, HTML is, VS Code is helping you to auto complete it. P, paragraph. P stands for paragraph, and there is a keyword we use in coding, which is lorem. When you put lorem and you put 50, it will generate 50, and you press enter, it will generate 50 words for you. Me, if I press Ctrl S, it will format it for me this way, but your own will not be that way until you install that Prettier, and I'll show you how to install Prettier on your system. Now when you press Ctrl S, look at the way it will bring it out for you this way. Yeah, so when I go back to my browser, I'll have to refresh, then it will come out. See, look at the 50 words we just imputed. Now we can use other tags like this tag, like now inside this particular text, it's not English word. Inside, before this error, I'm going to put what we call break, br, and press enter, which is break, and then Ctrl S. I'll save. When I go to the browser, you see everything is still 2 lines like that, but when I press refresh, you see it will break and it will come to 3 lines. When you come down again, you can put HR. HR means horizontal line. HR, if I press Ctrl S, I go back to the browser, you see, and I refresh, you see horizontal line is being drawn here. Now when I go back to the browser again and press img, which is image, I'll press enter. I'm not having any image there yet, so I'm going to copy an image. I'll look for an image and copy and put in this folder, because this is where we can locate what we are talking about. Now let me quickly go. I will not show you this particular place. I'll go to my image. I've copied the picture, so I'm pasting. I've copied the picture, so I'm pasting it in the folder where we have this particular HTML. This particular where we save this particular thing on the desktop. So within this image, I'll just put slash. If you just put that slash, you can select your picture, which is this. Then it will write the name of the picture, Jotech logo.png. Then under the alt, you will now put this, where if your picture is mixing, the name you put here will be replaced in the browser. Let me put logo and press Ctrl S and save. Let's see what is going to happen. When I press save, you see it's missing. You see this? The image is missing. It's not showing. Let's see why it's not showing. Now let's close this gap. Then go back to where we saved the image. Then open it. Sorry, rename the image. Let's rename it and remove the gap. Let's go back to the browser and refresh. It's not still showing. What must have happened? Dot slash. Let me put dot slash now and then Ctrl S. Maybe because it was not saved well. You see the image have been displayed, but it's very big. Dot slash means current folder. You see, this is how you debug. Dot slash means inside the current folder. Then you see it's very large and it have covered the screen. So now we'll now put width. We put width. We put 50% of the picture. Let it be 50% of the picture. Let's save it. We can include width and height, but let's save it and go and refresh and see what is going to happen. 50%. That's what we save it for. You see the width it have reduced to 50%. You see. So now we can also reduce the height to anything. Height, which is let me put 150 and then save. Yeah, it will be still small, but yeah, just for the learning purpose. Just for learning purpose. Then let me put it to 30 so that it can be a little bit nice. Yeah, so other things you need to know is other tags you need to know is a link, which is used as a anchor tag, which is useful as a link. Now there are ways you can use this link. You can actually link to folders, and also you can write bring a link from another place, another website, and put in this particular place. For instance, let me copy a link from a particular place now. So let me come here and put, for here I'll put canva.com. then I'll now come here and put Canva. If I put Ctrl S now, if I save it and now go to my browser, and now refresh. You see this Canva that is here. When I click on this particular Canva, this is a link that I just put. If I click on this particular Canva, it will not open a Canva because I did not put www.canva.com. And I do that, you see. So I have to refresh this. I'll click it again. You see www.canva.com. Oh, I put com, sorry. It's not like that. It's supposed to be like this, com. So this is how it's good you are making this error so that you can see to correct yourself, to know how to try and see out error for yourself. So now when you click on this, it's not still opening. Okay, let me use this http this, then let me save this and see whether it will open well for me this time. Let me refresh this. And press this. Yeah, this time around it have opened because I use http. www did not work for Canva for me, so I use http://canva.com and it opened. So this is how you write a link. You can put a link for an image, something like this. You can maybe write a link for an image. You put your anchor tag and press enter. Then you can bring in an image tag like this and bring in an image from Facebook. Use a tag from your thing. You can come to the Facebook account, look for a particular post. All these are my blog posts that I've been posting recently. Now let's try this video. Let's copy this video and see. You copy link, come to this particular place and include the link that you copied, and you put the name here, Mr. Joe. Then you save it and go back to your browser. This is where our code is. Let me take it back, and this one and this one are on the same line. Let me use the break line, BR. You already know it, BR, to break that, and then Ctrl S, then save. Go back and yeah. Now when I save it like this, I go to the browser. I go to the browser and refresh. Form comes with action. The action here help you to link doesn't
To connect with your programming language, something like Python, the Django, PHP and all that, even Node.js if you are a Node.js developer.
Copied. So the same way you can do for your Facebook profile. So for those that build a website, I think you have learned a skill from here. But so this is how you do it. You go to your profile. When you get to your profile, you come to this place. If you're using a system, come to this place. You now say page link, copy your page link. I think this is where you can copy your page link. Edit, okay, verify and invite people to come and all that. So that is how it's done. Then we have other things like form. If you want to create a form, like form. So that when you submit that form, it will be save to where you declare it. Now that you want to get, or you want to post, or you want to do any, or you want to delete, all the this thing can be there. Now we can come here and write under form. We can put inside the form, we can put open tag and closing tag. We can put input. We have different type of input. So now this particular one is what? Text. Now under it, we have some things we can do there. We can put this input type, yeah, is text. We can put this placeholder. Let the placeholder be name. We can put that. We can put this placeholder name, then the label. Let the label be up like this, label. So the label of this should be label for, let's name it as name. Let's put it as name. Then label for name, let it be enter your name. Then you press enter again, and you put input type. By default it will come as text. You can delete the text and put number, input type number. Then we can say placeholder, enter your phone number. Then you come down, you go up again a little, and you put label, then enter phone number. You can put label for number. You can give it a name just like we did here, like that. Then we have other input method. We have input type radio, input type email, input type image, input type file, input type date, input type input type, you can hide it with hidden, it will not show, the type will not show. Yeah, so that is how it works. Range, reset, a lot of them. We have a lot of input types that you can use, but you can put password, input type password. When you save it, let's go to our browser to check out what the input types are. And then see, now this is what we just entered. Input type, enter your name. You see the placeholder, you see that name there, you can write your name there. You see enter your phone number. You see you can put, if you can't write we put input type to be number, you can write alphabet here, but you can write numbers. And you can also, it have this option, all this, that you can increase the number and also reduce the number. This is the input type radio that we use, is for clicking. You see it's ticking. Input type email that we use, we can put if you put other stuff, like normally if you put other stuff that is not email, it will not accept well. So for instance, Joel is a man. If you put it and you click other place, no, it supposed to be, sorry, if normally if you don't put that email here, you can't submit. If you are submitting a file, maybe this thing, so input type image, so this one is just like this. You need to have included the image. So file, choose file. They are telling me to choose file now for the input type of the image. I mean to the file, file. I think input type file image, file image should be leave that spot. Input type file. They are telling me to remove this file, to enter, to bring in file. When I click on this one now, I can come here and select any file that I want to submit. So now no file choosing, you see. Now this is a date, input type date. For at this point you can select the date you want. Then the last one we put there, what was the last input type? Password. You can put password. If you are writing anything, you cannot see it at this particular place because we say input type to be password. So that is it about, that is it all. And like that, there are many other things that you can learn from here. So let's talk about list. So now we have unordered list, UL, and inside this UL we have list. Under the list item, let me write list 1 li, list 2, then list 3, and save. Let's go back to the browser and refresh. You see, this is what come out of the ordered list, unordered list. So now if I say ordered list, now under ordered list, let me say OL. This is what we use for ordered list, OL. Under OL we can put li, which is stands for the list. We say list 1, let me duplicate them into 3, then 2, 3. If I go back and check and refresh, you see 1, 2, 3. You see this one has bullet points and this one have 1, 2, 3. So now these are the difference between ordered and unordered list. So now the next thing is table. Let's quickly draw table, which is table. Table have this head and body, just like we are having. Table have both head and body, just like we are having for the HTML head and HTML body. Let me create a margin bottom. Let me put a division here. Class star margin bottom. Margin bottom. Let me give it 5 and save, so that there can be space under. For us to do what you want to do. Alright, so let's write our code here. So now please don't mind about this, I just put a CSS line so that there can be space under for us to see what we are doing. Now let's write for table, let's put our table. After the table tag, inside the table tag will have to house the whole table, and it goes like this. Inside the table we have the T head, let me create a space. After the T head we have the T body. Now inside the t body, inside the t head, which is the one up here, we have few things. We have what? The t row, tr, which is table row. You understand? And inside the table row, we have the t data, which are the data that are going to be in the table row. Tell me the th, the t head, the th, which are the data that are supposed to be in this particular space. Then we'll now say name. This can be name. Then let me duplicate these ones into 4. Name. We have age, come down, location, and then religion. Then I'll put Ctrl S to save. It's saved already. Remember, we have t head. After inside the t head, we have t row. The t row has these t datas. Now let's go to the t body. Remember to avoid mistake. Inside the t body, we have the t row. The t row is what we are going to be duplicating here, and the t what? The t data. The t data, the first one is name. Let me call it Joel. Let me duplicate it into what? 3 more. Age, I'll put 20. Then location, I'll put Lekki. Then the religion, I'll put Christian. Now let's save it and go back to our browser and refresh. You see, name Joel, age 20, location Lekki, religion Christian. I think you can see what is happening here. Now let's add more rows. To add more rows, this row, this tr that is here, highlight it, click it like this, then you click on your shift and your alt, then you duplicate them into how many you want. You can change the name from Joel to James. You can change the name to the age to 50. You can change anything you want to change like that. If you come here and you refresh, you see what is going to happen. You see the names are added in rows. Now CSS will help you to pull line, like to color it, to pull line, and to do anything you want to do. Like this form now, it's not looking nice. Look at it now. Look at like this form now that we did. It's not looking nice, this particular form. But with CSS you can make it more beautiful. Look at the skeleton. So that is why you normally hear people saying HTML is like a skeletal structure of a website. It's like a skeleton. It's not looking beautiful when you just write anything to just come like Microsoft. Even Microsoft Word can be more arranged than HTML, but with the help of CSS you will make it more beautiful and appealing. So this is where we'll stop for this class. In our next class we'll see how to use CSS with HTML. Then we'll now go into advanced HTML, like using like what we have as flex box and grid system in HTML and CSS. Thank you very much, and congratulations if you stay to this extent. You have actually created your first web page, and in our next class we are going to be working with CSS, how to apply styling to your HTML. With CSS you can change this particular heading that we write to capital letter. You can change the color, you can bring it to the middle, you can do anything you want to do with it. You can make a circle around it, you can change anything you want to change here. You can change the background of this place, you can do anything. You can make this form to look like a very nice form. You can do anything you want to do. You can remove this bullet, you can remove this number, you can do anything. You can make this form to look so beautiful with this with the help of CSS. And in our next class we are going to do that. Thank you very much if you stay to this extent. I really appreciate. and don't forget to follow my channel so that whenever we upload the next class tutorial, you can be the first person to be notified. You'll be the first person to be notified. Thank you very much, and love you all.